Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best defensive cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. These are the guys who are going to anchor your defense. Got a combination of interior defenders and perimeter defenders, but really everybody on this list is pretty close, at least, to elite at both. These guys are phenomenal defensive cards who, if you have a lineup consisting of a few of these guys, you should be able to have a ton of success on the defensive end of the court. And these are guys who can really anchor that whole end of the court for you. And before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. And I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 1, or I should say number 10, is going to be Paul George. PG, honestly, is one of the most well-rounded cards in the entire game. But when you look at him specifically defensively, it's an 82 interior, 90 perimeter, 90 lateral quickness, 88 steal, 78 block. Hoff clamps, intercept, burn, off ball pass. That Hoff interceptor is super nice, but also the defensive badges, besides anchor, brick wall, are very complete as well. He's got good key silver and gold badges like challenger, pogo stick, ankle braces, glove, chase down, pick dodger, and post lockdown. The stats are very good. He's big at 6'8". Tendency wise, nothing too crazy besides the high pass interception tendency, but he, with the Hoff interceptor and the high pass interception tendency, steals a lot of passes, which is something that he does better than a lot of the guys in this list. So but he's a very good card, and I think he was 100% deserving of a top 10 spot over here. Number 9 is gonna be Scottie Pippen, who honestly is kind of a similar card to Paul George. Another 6'8" small forward option. Can't play shooting guard like PG can, but defensively, even though his interior and his block rating aren't actually as good as PG's, he's a better perimeter defender. I would say Hoff Challenger is super nice to have. Still very complete badge wise on the defensive end of the court. Another guy who doesn't have incredible defensive tendencies, to be completely fair, but I think he, again, really solid defensive animations. Very big. Elite perimeter stats, especially. Scottie Pippen is still one of the more versatile defensive wings in all of my team. Number 8 is going to be Ben Wallace. I had Ben Wallace like top 3, I think, on my last defenders list, but we've gotten a lot of new cards. But Ben Wallace, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, 81 speed, 81 excel, 85 standing, and 85 driving dunk, 92 interior, 84 lateral quickness, 80 perimeter, 83 steal, 90 block. Even though he can't shoot the ball at all, what he can do is defend at a very high level, Hoff, post lockdown, and rebound chaser. Unfortunately, only gold anchor, not Hoff, but the stats are amazing. The rebounding and the defense is phenomenal, and the badges are very good as well. And then he has a very high contest and block shot tendency as well, which is a net positive for the card. Ben Wallace is definitely one of the more versatile defensive bigs in the game. Unfortunately, he's a little undersized, only 6'9", also can't really stretch the floor, which takes away from how useful he can really be. But at number 7, going with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is a little bit, he's the shortest player on this list so far, but he's got really long arms at a 7'3" wingspan, still 6'7" height-wise as well. Defensively, 82 interior, 94 perimeter, 94 lateral quickness, 88 steal. The low block rating hurts him, but he still gets a lot of interior stops, has 3 perfect Hall of Fame defensive badges and challenger clamps, glove, gold interceptor, menace, pick dodger, pogo stick, bronze post lockdown, and chase down artist. He is a really great defensive card yet again. High pass interception tendency. Rest of the defensive tendencies aren't looking too special, but defensive animations on Kawhi are really good. He's super bumpy. He's an elite level perimeter defender, and I think he's one of the best defensive wings in all of my team. Number 6 is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. JJJ, number 1 player build on this card is really big. He looks taller than, what, 6'10", which is, I think, he's what he's listed at. He looks bigger than that. 7'4" wingspan is super nice as well, and he's an elite defender as well. 92 interior, 92 block, 84 perimeter, 84 lateral. Low steal rating, but Hoff anchor, post lockdown, massive player build. Like I said, I think he gives me a little bit more versatility wise than Ben Wallace, just because of the Hoff anchor as well as the improved size, improved player build. Still a very versatile guy who can defend on the perimeter, has good speed as well, which is an important thing defensively. And then he has good rebounding as well, so he's still a really good all-around card. Even with the low steal rating, I think he's one of the best defensive cards in the entire game. Top 5, gonna start off with MJ. The only reason MJ is all the way down at number 5 is because he's only 6'6", so he doesn't have the incredible size, but he's got good size, and he might be the best pure perimeter defensive lock in the game right now. 85 interior, 94 perimeter, 94 lateral, 88 steal. Very low block rating again. Hoff clamps, though, a bunch of good gold defensive badges, and his defensive animations are disgusting. He also has Hoff right stick ripper, which is a very annoying badge at times to get a lot of plucks and steals and things of that nature. MJ, though, I think he probably, just in terms of pure defensive animations on the perimeter, is probably the best pure defensive lockdown on the perimeter right now in my team. But as a smaller guy who isn't quite as dominant or as good on the interior defensively, it takes away from the value of the card at least a bit, which is why he's only at number 5. Number 4 is going to be Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq is a 7'1" center, 7'7" wingspan with incredible all-around speed and defensive stats, 95 interior, 92 help defensive IQ, 83 perimeter and lateral quickness, 83 steal, 92 block. Half anchor, brick wall, and rebound chaser. Can get every badge, so if you want to, you can add things like challenger clamps and glove to him as well. But even as a base card, I mean, he's one of the 2 best interior players in the entire game right now. Combine that with really, really great speed, elite interior badges, and just he is an incredible card. Very similar to Wilt, who is also 7'1", has a longer wingspan than Shaq, which I think does help in terms of playing lanes and things of that nature. Shaq's player build's a little more bulky, which does help him, and I think Shaq's stats are actually a bit better than Wilt's as well. But Wilt has more defensive Hall of Fame badges, can still get every single badge, and he's got the longer wingspan, which is something that I'm a big fan of, and I think he just gets a slight edge over Shaq animation-wise on the defensive end of the court. Also, 2 speed quicker is nice. Very good contested block shot tendency on Wilt. Really do like that card a lot. But top 2, number 2 is going to be Andre Kirilenko, the best overall lock in the game right now, in my opinion, over a guy like MJ, I would say, because of the 3 inches of extra height and the improved interior defense. 87 interior, 88 steal, 91 block, 93 perimeter, 93 lateral quickness, capable speed, amazing defensive badges as well, including silver anchor. He is pretty much the only elite lockdown defender on the perimeter that we have in this game that has that has any sort of anchor, and then combine that with 87 plus on every single defensive stat, 90 plus on most of them, and he is incredibly good, and honestly just one of the best cards at the small forward position in the entire game. I love Andre Kirilenko. Number 1 though is got to be Giannis. It just has to be Giannis. I feel like he's the best card in the game, and he's the best defensive card in the game. Player build is so glitchy, and he is so fast and just has such good animations. He's always in the right place defensively. 93 speed and excel, incredible, very good rebounder. But defensive badges, has every single badge in the game on at least bronze. You can upgrade whichever ones are not already gold or Hall of Fame if you would like. Half anchor post lockdown already on the base card. 93 speed as a true 7-footer with an insanely glitchy player build. Giannis Antetokounmpo is about as good as it gets at the as a defensive card in my team, which isn't really a surprise because Giannis is generally an incredible defensive card, and this year certainly seems to be no different. With that being said, that is my list of the top 10 defensive cards in the game right now. So if there are any cards that you think I left off the list that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, feel free to leave a comment and let me know, and I'll try to get to those comments if I can. And I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.